Welcome to the Nexus of Adventure, where stories transcend the page, a place where heroes and villains clash. This is Break, Battle, and Roll. It's once again time to break, battle, and roll. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Aaron Rollins. I am your game master, and I am joined here beginning with the voice of Tuffet's most loyal customer, Chad Stafford.
Shoot, that broke me. No. I was so ready to let Tuffet go. I was ready and moved on. God, how do I even get into a song now? Crap. Okay, hold on. Whew. I can't do it. Oh my God, no. I keep laughing every time I try to go do it. Shoot. All right. Whew. Do you have a short rest to listen to me address about my concerns and worries all at once? 'Cause I am one of those melancholy birds, neurotic in each feather, no doubt about it. Just giving himself the creeps, it's Timothy Biscuit.
Woo. All right.
Because we're in a creepy place.
You are. Following that up, the player behind Nathaniel's seamstress, Janelle Wilke.
Hello, this is Janelle Wilke playing Flowerkraut. And, I don't know about Timothy being Tuffet's number one fan. I know my next pal over here certainly is.
Flowerkraut, please come off the ceiling. We can't keep doing this all night. I can't stop. No.
Well, Timothy may be his most loyal customer, but definitely his best friend is the voice of the Iron Fey Marathon winner, Ben Holland.
Oh.
Thrig proud of Timothy. Like he joined Tuffet's loyalty program, it sounds like. It's like, the guy is he's a straight shooter. Good job. It's me, Ben. Hi.
Hey, here, take a punch card. For every 10 piece of shit magic items you buy, the 11th one's free.
Why does the third hole keep closing after you punch it?
Because you only bought 2 things. Like, come on.
Is this thing scrying on me? Tuffet, why does it have an eye that keeps blinking?
Oh, no.
All right, guys, here we go. Let's jump right back into it. On our last Break, Battle, and Roll, with Roan's owl distracting the Jabberwock, the party raced to get him back to the Astrozalian island before Timothy's magic expired. Thrig picked up the Elodrin and, with a little magic from his friends, huffed it as fast as he could through the forest. Bear's endurance from Timothy kept Thrig from running out of stamina, and Spider Climb from Flowerkraut had him running up the roots of the island vertically. Even with the efficient plan, Thrig was only able to get Roan to the verdant wellspring moments before the Jabberwock returned, its sights ignoring all distractions from anyone trying to keep it from its quarry. In a fit of rage and frustration from losing its target, the Jabberwock destroyed the central chamber of Astrozalian, with Thrig and Remington having removed themselves from the building just in time. The verdant wellspring was no more. They returned to the rest of the cavalcade, where Remington remorsefully told the adventurers that he was sorry that their way home was destroyed, but that he was selfishly glad they'd be stuck in the Feywild just a little bit longer. Safe from the Jabberwock for the time being, the masked crew made their way back into the forest. The origins of the beast came up again, and Remington went on to describe the Brokenstone Vale, home of the lycanthropes. He explained that he's not too familiar with the place, having never been there and not wanting to be eaten, that they kept to themselves. Still, to figure out how to deal with the Jabberwock, it was up to the Veiled Cavalcade to investigate. Along the way, Flowerkraut resummoned Brandy and sewed Nathaniel back together, which surprisingly worked. Remington had the main cavalcade stay put as he and the adventurers scouted the Brokenstone Vale. Trudging through the swampy fen, he commented on why anyone would want to live there. Eventually, they came upon a monument of stones at the top of a hill. In the center sat a giant boulder with a large fissure set through it. At the top, a plinth carved out with a concave setting to display something spherical. All around the rocky hill lay dead lycanthropes and a blood memory nearby. Flowerkraut activated the blood memory, and everyone watched as the scene depicted the hags slaughtering the inhabitants of the Brokenstone Vale, seemingly on their way to Aster. Atop the plinth was the Maiden of the Moon, a moonstone with magical healing properties, strong enough to thwart the abilities of Salix, the withered hag with wispy white hair. Bellaris tried to destroy it, creating an even larger fissure in the broken stone. But to no avail, the Maiden of the Moon was indestructible. Aster stepped forward and explained that the stone posed no threat to her, and that she could seal it away, paving the path for Salix's plans. A werewolf, barely holding on to life, warned the hags that if the Maiden of the Moon were to be taken, it would curse them to be hunted to the end of this existence. The lead hag formed an icicle and ended the werewolf's life, stating, "Good thing we aren't staying on this existence." The hags were then seen leaving, and time in the blood memory sped up, showing the quick deterioration of the Brokenstone Vale. A beautiful floral valley rotted into the now present marsh. Hatred spilled out of the broken stone, and the Jabberwock was born from the decay. It screeched, took flight, searching for the Maiden of the Moon. The blood memory ended, and that is where we left off. And the blood memory, fades, but you see that the blood kind of, shoots back into all of these dead bodies laying around. That's what's fueling the memory itself.
Oh.
And they start to stir.
No.
What?
Flowerkraut, get out of there.
You see as these were creatures start pulling themselves up, half rotten, deteriorating, decaying. They rise up on their feet and they begin to moan. Bring her back, our Maiden of the Moon. And they start to approach you guys, claws bearing forward. Oh, shit, this is what I was afraid of.
You mean this specifically? Not werewolves, but zombified werewolves?
You knew blood was gonna shoot into him? You were afraid of that?
Yeah, I was afraid of exactly this situation right here.
Oh, Remington, we need to compare things that we're always worried about, because you sound like you also have a comprehensive list.
I've seen his journal. I can't read, but there's lots of stuff in there.
It's time to break battle and roll initiative.
Time to break in my level 6 body, cracks bones.
Dirty 20 for your bird boy.
Nice. 15 for Flowerkraut.
9 for Thrig.
10 for Brandy.
Oh, poor Remington. He's only got a 7 initiative.
Oh, baby boy. Is Nathaniel back in the mix and he's going to get cut up again?
Nathaniel's got a pretty decent initiative. He's got a 18.
Wow. Looking spry.
So let me paint the battlefield for you guys really quick.
Can you do it without using the red?
No, I'm sorry.
Darn.
I'm sorry. It's only one of the only crayons I've got sitting here. So
okay, that's fine.
You guys are standing on, imagine essentially something close to Stonehenge. You're on a hill with large rocks jutting out from it. In the center is the most massive stone that has the fissure in it, and that's where the Maiden of the Moon once sat. You guys basically were standing amidst these ruins, this monument, watching the blood memory in all directions happening, and these lycanthropes have stood and charged at you. It's kind of crazy that they're even still held together, because they've been sitting here decomposing for a while. But they get up and they are rushing at a very quick speed, and it looks like they are essentially on the same mission as the Jabberwock. To your surprise, these things all quickly descend on you with an initiative 21.
And you say they all, as in they're a pack?
Are they a swarm?
There are 5 of them, and they're coming from all directions. So they're kind of, think of the monument as a clock. There's, they're coming from different corners of, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock kind of thing, So we're going to go ahead and see where they go. There's 5. There's a werewolf. There's a were-badger. There's a were-boar. There's a were-crocodile. And there's a were-bison.
This is awesome.
This is fantastic.
First one, the werewolf. There's 5 of you guys technically with Nathaniel. So let's see where he goes.
Man, we're one pizza place short of a jamboree.
Werewolf goes after Thrig. And we're going to just go ahead and take care of this right now. Rolls a 19 to claw you.
He claws me. Thrig don't like this.
And then six slashing damage, and then he tries to bite you right after that.
Oh no, do we have to worry about things?
After he claws you, Thrig, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
No!
18.
You are fine. He does bite you, though, with a 22 to hit.
Oh, do I want to do this already? Is he going to have to roll another Constitution for getting bitten?
You don't know.
Thrig, do you want me to try and stop this?
No, Thrig okay. Thrig okay.
Okay.
Okay, so when the bite hits you, you take 7 piercing damage, along with 6 more necrotic damage.
So I'm at 17 total, right? 17 total damage?
Yes. Okay. That was the werewolf. The were-badger goes after Remington. Rolls a natural 1. Misses him with the claws. Tries to bite Remington. Hits Remington with the bite. Remington takes 4 piercing damage and 6 necrotic damage, so he takes 10 damage in total. Okay. That was the were-badger that went after Remington. The were-boar is also going after Thrig. You seem to be a threatening target, apparently. First one rolls a 17.
He knows the bears are cooler than anything. They go.
17 on the claws.
Mm-hmm.
Claws hit you 5 slashing damage. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20.
You're fine. Misses with the bite. Next one, were-crocodile. Were-crocodile is going after Timothy Biscuit. Crocodile coming after you.
That's okay, I thought you were the coolest one of the bunch, but don't get me! I will! I don't even know what that is or where it is, but I'll find a way!
Rolls a 14 to hit you with his claws.
That's a miss.
Ooh, you got a 15 now?
I'm a 15 now.
Ooh, and he missed. Thank you, Brock, for that 15, right?
Thank you, Brock.
Tries to bite you with the big old crocodile maw, and big time misses. No chance there. It is the were-bison. The last of them goes after Nathaniel. And misses with the claw attack. Misses with the bite. Nathaniel just is like, move out of the way. He just kind of sidesteps the bison as it charges at him. Timothy Biscuit, it is your turn. You've got a crocodile in your face.
So, quick question for you, because I'm trying to really understand the battlefield in terms of the spells that I might be able to cast in this scenario, because Shatter is like a point and then goes outward. If we're all it sounds like we're all getting surrounded, so it sounds like we're all bunched together, correct?
You guys are kind of standing up amidst the monuments. You're not really like grouped up.
Okay, so there'd be no way for me to just target. I'm trying to think if we were in the center sphere and they're on the exterior sphere, I could hit the exterior sphere. But if we're all just up in the mix, that's not going to work.
I mean, think of Shatter as literally just a 10-foot radius AoE spell.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit everything in a 10-foot radius that you cast the center at.
Is there a way that I could hit just more than one target with this spell that isn't a friendly?
You could hit the 2 that are on Thrig, as long as you like centered the spell
far enough away that they would just get hit.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Whew. Thrig, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Okay, so Ben, I got a question for you. So either I could do a shatter to get two of them, at least damage two of them, or I could do a dissonant whispers, which I believe would just be one target, but that makes the creature immediately run away, which you could use your reaction to a attack of opportunity on it.
Thrig like both. You decide.
How hard you gonna hit?
Ever think Thrig hit soft?
Nope, I guess that's true. Okay, all right. Am I next to Thrig? Am I next to anybody at this moment?
You are next to the crocodile, but not next to any allies right now. You guys are kind of just...
You know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm trying to figure out.
Do I?
Level 2 rogue.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you're going to cunning action what?
That's what I was just trying... If that was next to an ally. If that was... I'm just trying to figure out all my options. But I think in this scenario, I am just going to do Dissident Whispers on one of the were creatures that are targeting Thrig right now.
Okay. Do you want to do it on the werewolf or the wereboar?
Ooh.
Which one's closer to Timothy? Because that's probably the one he would just target naturally.
Were they both trying to cause status effects, or was it just the werewolf?
Oh, I had to roll con. I had to roll con saves both times.
And then werewolf had 2 attacks. Did the boar also?
Yes.
I think they all have 2 attacks. These guys are nasty business. Mm-hmm. All right, I think I'm just going to go for the werewolf then.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be Dissonant Whispers. And they are going to take 3d6 psychic damage, and then they have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right, wisdom saving throw. Rolls a 10. Womp,
That's
womp.
a fail. Okay, so they're going to take the full damage, and then they're going to have to use whatever movement they have left to run as far away as possible.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Doing that right now. That is 14 psychic damage.
Oof. All right. The second you hit this thing with damage, its head explodes.
Ah!
Like this thing is like barely being held together by whatever blood magic is fueling its body. Its head just explodes and the whole body just flumps down there in front of Thrig.
Don't worry, guys. I scared this one to death.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my! Wow! Timothy, you're beefy.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. There's more of that where this came from. You all should run.
All right, anything else from you, Timothy? There's a very important bonus action you should be taking right now.
I think disengage would be the situation. I'm going to use cunning action disengage.
Mm-hmm. Are you wanting to run in any specific direction? You can run towards an ally, towards one of the stones.
I would like to get a higher vantage point if that's possible.
Okay.
If you need me to do like an athletics check or an acrobatics check, I'm happy to do so. To like I'm trying to get the high ground, Anakin.
Yeah, you could kind of skip step up one of these rocks if you want to roll an acrobatics check.
Okay. Oh boy. Good thing I get a +6 to acrobatics. That looks like that's going to be a 12.
Okay. You make it to the top barely. You kind of have to catch yourself at the very top, but you are up on a stone. You're about maybe 10 feet off the ground right now.
I'm channeling Remington powers right now, and I'm just I learned from the best, and then I just book it up this rock.
All right, perfect. Yeah, Remington looks up and sees you up there. He's like, wait for me, Timothy, I'll be right there. It is Nathaniel's turn. He is going to talk to himself and just say, well, I am no good at close range, so, disengage. He's using his action to move away from the werebison, and then he's going to use a dash once he's away to completely get out of range. Well, I'm sorry. So let's see. He had to use his action to disengage, so he just moves. That's it. He moves 30 feet away from the bison. He goes and just kind of stands behind one of the rocks, hoping to get ignored by this thing. It is Flowerkraut's turn.
Okie dokie. Flowerkraut's not near anybody yet, is she?
Nope.
Is she near a stone thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. She wants to climb up 1. Is that just a movement thing?
You'll have to give me an acrobatics or an athletics check, your choice.
Ooh, baby. Okay. Wow. I've got +0 in acrobatics and -1 in athletics. Okay, we found our winner.
All right.
Oh, I got a 16 for acrobatics.
You made Timothy's skip step look like a chump step as you get to the top of this rock with no problem.
Ha ha!
With age comes grace.
Yes! That's right. And Flowerkraut strikes a pose and she's covered in blood and just blood running down her face. Okay, now looking at the battlefield, is there any enemies that are fairly close to each other?
Well, you had a werewolf and a wereboar that were next to Thrig, but one of them's dead. One of them has head exploded.
Ah, yes.
So right now, you just kind of scanning the battlefield, you see that there's a werebadger that's still attacking Remington. He's over there dodging attacks. A wereboar that's still clawing at Thrig. The crocodile got left in the dust as Timothy ran away, and then the bison got left in the dust as Nathaniel ran away.
Okay, yeah. I think I will target badger and boar with my 2 beams of elderly blast.
I love it. So the one on Remington and the one on Thrig.
B&B, baby.
Sounds good. Let's go with the badger first.
Okay, I rolled a 17 to hit.
You hit.
Nice. That is a 3 + 3, 6 for Mr. Badger.
Okay. You hit the badger like in the back. A hole just opens up in his chest because it's almost like you just elderly blasted through butter, and just innards and skin and fur go everywhere as this thing just falls to the ground. And Remington's over there, looks up. Hey, thanks, Flowerkraut. Appreciate that.
I'm painting the rabbit red, and now the badger is dead. Okay, next beam. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh. Elderly.
+6 is 7.
Elderly blast backfired. No. Flowerkraut gets jettisoned off the rock.
Flowerkraut blasting off again.
I regret nothing.
That blows.
All right. Anything else from Flowerkraut?
Nah.
Thrig.
Meet Thrig. So, Thrig he got hit by the werewolf that's dead, right?
Yep.
Not this guy? Okay, cool. So after he takes the claw from the werewolf, because this all happens fast, he whips around, and as he whips his axe off his back, he grows to a large size, and you can see him just begin to rage. Didn't like getting hit. But the cool thing is when he whips the axe off his back, you see the axe blade catches on fire.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Wow.
Thrig mad. And I'm going to take a swing at the boar guy.
Nice.
That is a 19 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Okay. That's 7 for the regular attack, and then the fire damage. It's just another 1, so 8 points of damage.
Yeah, he just obliterates into like multiple pieces that are now on fire.
Sweet. Now I have a question. What else is alive?
The crocodile and the bison, which are both standing without anyone near them since both of their targets moved away.
How far away are they?
They're within range. They're within range of you to run 30 feet to one of them.
I'm not going to run 30 feet to one of them. I am going to take a couple steps forward and take that big old fire axe and just like, and now meet Thrig, and I'm going to throw it straight at the, what's closest? Tell me what's closest.
Crocodile.
Crocodile. I'm going to throw it at the crocodile.
All right.
Crocodile done did.
Is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And see, my throw... I can throw this, so it's still the D12. That's a 12 on the dice, plus 5. So 17 plus an additional 2 for the throwing bonus that I get. And then for the fire damage, which is going to add in another 5.
The 19, so 24 damage.
24 damage.
Oh,
Very Nessa.
You know what happened to the crocodile in Resident Evil 2 when you have it bite the gas tank thing and then you shoot it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happened to this one.
so it's also the ending of Jaws.
Yes.
Just an explosion.
It catches your fire axe in its mouth, but your fire axe doesn't stop.
Oh,
So, and here's
Lord.
the best part. As the fire axe goes through him, I just reach out my hand and it appears back in my hand with a big crack.
Nice. Anything else from Thrig?
Yeah, Thrig looks over at the last remaining zombies. Like,
You want to bite me too? Yeah.
Bison's just like,
Yeah, I'll bite you. I like that energy. Keep it up.
I don't know what that sound was at the
Can I
end.
interest you about the Moon Maiden?
Yeah, you might have the moon maiden. I want to bite you because that's a possibility.
No bites.
Remington's up next. He runs behind a rock and uses a cunning action to hide. And Remington rolls a 27 stealth check to hide. And then from the other side of the rock, peeks out and shoots his short bow at the bison. With advantage. Nat 20.
Wow.
Shoots it just like literally as the bison's turning towards Thrig and like rearing up to charge you, like you know, swiping his feet underneath him. An arrow just goes right through his head and he just flump hits the ground.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I could roll Remington's damage if we really want to know what happened
Yes, we
here.
need to know.
We do need to know.
Thrig need to know how dammies work.
I want to know how much damage.
So he starts off with 7 piercing damage just from the shot, but then after sneak attack damage, he does another 13. So he did 20 damage to him. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a crit. So he's doing all this twice. Holy shit. I don't even want to add all these numbers.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
your degree is in accounting. Yes, you do.
22 more, so he's at 42 plus the initial. Oh my god, he's rolling so many 6s on these d6s. He did 48 points of damage to him with that sneak
The
attack.
hell hair.
Wow, it looks like I still have some more to learn from you, Remington. Holy cow.
So instead of Harrow just hitting him, going through the head, Princess Mononoke arrow taking off the head is what just happened.
Yep.
Aw.
All right, at the end of the round, all of these lycanthropes are on the ground, like re-deadified, and the blood that was still within them, or like liquefied again, and just starts spilling out of their bodies. And you all watch as each of these bodies pool blood, and these little red caps start coming forth out of the blood, until stepping out before you are these 4-foot little guys with red caps and scythes. And they go,
Blood! Yeah, there's blood here, boys.
Yeah, Flowerkraut also covered in blood. Everyone's getting covered in blood.
She likes the blood too, yeah.
Blood!
But it's not enough blood, is it? Get them! Reap the blood! Reap the blood!
Yeah, guys, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's enough blood here either, right? Let's get 'em, boys.
Thrig like what's going on.
Flowerkraut?
And now I am referring to Timothy and Thrig and Nathaniel. They're my boys. We're going for the red cap blood.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I totally knew that.
oh shit, I knew this was gonna happen too.
Remington, I need you to start spilling the beans, man.
Damn red caps, they love blood.
What the frick is a red cap?
Them down there, they're red. Oh, shit. All right, and we're going back to the top of the round.
Oh, Lord.
The red caps attack. Their initiative, they also rolled like nuts. They rolled 19. So actually, Timothy, you go first.
Timothy, it's just like the story arc. This is what that stupid rat snake Cerberus thing was preparing us for.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the story arc?
Oh, shit. We'll tell you later.
So, all right, let's repaint this. New round. Timothy, you're up. There are 5 red caps that are standing essentially where all of the dead lycanthrope bodies were. Little 4-foot guys. One of them's got a full beard, white beard. One of them's got mutton chops. One of them's got a soul patch. One of them, his whole head is the red cap. He doesn't even have a face. He's just a red capped head.
Oh no, I like that guy.
And then the last one that came out of the bison, he's got a gorgeous handlebar mustache.
Oh, that's sexy.
Oh no, I like that guy too.
And they all are carrying these sickles that look way too big for them to be carrying.
By the way, we need to call this episode Painting the Wilds Red.
We're painting the wilds red.
La-la.
Painting the wilds red.
Ha-ha!
Oh my, oh no, they're all so
We're
dead.
painting the wilds red. Ha!
All right, Timothy, it is your turn. You've got all these very angry, bloody red caps. You're still up on the rock, and there's nothing near you, so...
This is getting dark. This is getting really creepy. Timothy starts like combing through his bag, and he sees like the soft glow of a particular orb that he's had in his pack for quite some time. And he pulls out Miriam's light gem, which he got from Amelia.
Oh.
And he like looks at it and he's like, Miriam, if there was ever a time we needed your light, it's now. And he's going to channel the energy inside of that orb, and he's going to cast Starry Wisp at the Soul Patch red cap specifically.
All right, Soul Patch.
I like you the least.
Eat it, Soul Patch.
All right, tell us about Starry Wisp, because I think this is a new spell in D&D.
Yes, Aaron was very nice, and I didn't realize when adding this it was a 2024 edition. I was like, can I please have it? It sounds so cool. So this is, you launch a mote, which is really funny because motes of Miriam, you launch a mote of light at one creature or object within range, make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 radiant damage until the end of your turn. Until the end of your next turn, and emits a dim light in a 10-foot radius, and it can't benefit from the invisible condition.
All right, make that ranged spell attack. As it's really cool. You like hold the Miriam's light gem out, and the wisp just like fires out from it.
Does a 10 hit?
10 misses it. You missed.
Missed.
That's so upsetting.
He's pissed.
Put a
Oh, no.
miss on the list.
Well, the ground is nice and bright next to the soul patch guy.
Aaron, I've got a question. Could I use my reaction to giving myself advantage on this attack?
With what ability?
With silvery barbs.
You're going to use silvery barbs to... see, hold on a second. You magically distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must re-roll a d20 and use the lower roll. So this would be something you use on an enemy.
An enemy's turn. You got it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Timothy's just kind of like fumbling with this orb. He's like, I don't know if this is going to work. And it just like fires off a beam randomly. Oh, okay.
You expected it to be hot, but when it wasn't hot, you still reacted to it.
Just a little.
Yeah. Anything else from Timothy? You just hanging out on top of the rock?
That was my action, so I think my bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Thrig for his next attack, or whatever he wants to use it for.
Yay, Thrig.
So I'm just like shooting off fireworks up on this rock, just be like, yeah! Friggin' Timothy's doing Thriller up on this rock, shooting off fireworks.
All right.
And that's how I give Thrig inspiration.
Thrig inspired by cool dancing.
The red caps are up, and the one that came out of the werewolf was the one with the full beard. And he's standing right next to Thrig already, and he goes,
Ooh, this one's got lots of blood in him. Ooh.
and he jumps at you with his scythe, and he is going to start swiping at you with it.
Don't forget, Thrig, you can use that Bardic Inspiration on your AC as well.
Thank you, Thrig. I always forget.
First one wildly misses you.
Yay!
Second one wildly, well, not quite as wildly misses you. Third one, nat 20.
Huh?
Yes, there is a third attack coming at you.
'Cause this is Thriller.
So like you dodged the first two attacks and you're thinking, yeah, nice try, and then the third one comes in and kind of surprises you a little bit. See, that is 12 slashing damage from his scythe as he cuts into you.
I can see his blood. Yeah.
These guys are such nasty little freaks.
Did you already do the math because of my rage, or no?
I did not, so you're taking
Okay.
6 damage.
Just wanted to make sure.
I will never do the math. You get to do that yourself, because that's the cool
I
part.
didn't think so, but I thought I'd check.
Yep. The werebadger bursts open, and the mutton chops guy came out of there. He's not standing near anybody, so he's going to look around and see who's nearby. Oh, this one's going after Flowerkraut. You're up on a rock. He's
I'm on a rock. I want a rock.
He runs, and you are amazed at how this thing jumps off the ground. And by the way, these little red cap guys are wearing these like ridiculous Kingdom Hearts size iron boots, like shoes on their feet, okay?
Don't make them endearing.
I know.
And he is going to try and literally slam into you with his iron boots. Flowerkraut, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, he's attacking me with his peats. Oh, that's a 7. +0. Yeah.
And this guy with ease jumps that high up into the air to slam into you.
Oh my goodness.
He collides with you with the boots, and you take 22 bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
Ouch.
You just got Goomba stomped.
And you get sent off of the rock.
Flowerkraut!
No! Bones are so brittle. There goes her hip.
My hip.
Flowerkraut, you're currently flying off the rock, and you're going to hit the ground. Is there any reaction you can take before you hit the ground?
No, I don't have a reaction I can take.
I'm going to use a reaction to cast Featherfall on Flowerkraut.
Okay.
You see a feather go flying from Timothy's hand, and it like catches Flowerkraut.
Perfect. I love that.
I love that image.
Slow-mo falling.
I love that image so much. Yeah, so you do not take fall damage from hitting the ground. You're safely on the ground now. That red cap is standing up on the rock, and he's just like,
I'm gonna reap your blood.
he's looking down at the ground at you.
Not if I get yours first. Also, Flowerkraut like looks over her shoulder at Timothy and is like, "Whew, thank you."
The wereboar, when he burst out, he's the soul patch guy. He is also right next to Thrig still, and he is going to slice at you with his sickle or his
Thrig having long day.
misses on the first, rolls a 21 on the second, misses on the third. That is going to be 9 slashing damage, down to 4. All right, that was the soul patch guy. The crocodile This one bursts out and is the one that has the whole head is a cap. It's just like literally we're talking Sorting Hat. Like his eyes are built into the hat, his mouth is built into the hat, and he's just crazy looking around.
Blood, 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 blood. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which blood will I take? You!
He's gonna go after Remington. And Remington was hiding. Let me just make sure I clarify that. He was hiding, but when he shot, he becomes unhidden. Mm-hmm. So he's running after Remington, and he's going to also fly through the air and try and just plow into Remington with his boots. Remington needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Remington rolls an 18 and jumps out of the way of this guy as a daisy.
Nice.
There you go, Remington.
Does that move have a name?
Ironbound Pursuit.
That's awesome. It's like, you're being too specific. That's something for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, yep. Basically lands where Remington was standing, but he has moved kind of a little bit away. However, Remington is now within that guy's threat range, and that's the end of his turn. The last red cap pops out of the bison. He's the guy with this white, beautiful handlebar mustache, and he is going to run towards Timothy and try to fly up at you and kick you in the head. So give me a dexterity saving throw.
Like a red mushroom themed plumber guy.
Can you please draw a red cap as Mario with a scythe? Sorry. It's me, a Bloodio.
It's me, a red cap.
Recapio.
Bladio.
Blodio.
Do. Okay, dexterity saving throw coming right up. That's an 18.
You dodge out of the way, and he kind of just flies over the rock, and he's on the other side. He lands as you just pivot to the side.
As I'm doing the Thriller, I do the next move. I start moonwalking.
You moonwalk off. Yep.
So you're still up on the rock, but having seen what happened to Flowerkraut, you're like, whoop, not today.
You hear a creature creeping up from behind. Wow!
That is Nathaniel's turn, and he's gonna just try to hide behind the rock because he's no good right now to fight these things. So Nathaniel rolls a 12 to hide. So he's just kind of
Nathaniel, what are you afraid of? You ain't got no blood.
He has to go hide behind the rock.
Does he announce what he's doing?
He should just play dead.
I think that's a stealth with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, he rolled he rolled an 11 instead.
Hide behind a rock.
Be silent.
Oh my gosh.
That is Flowerkraut's turn.
Okie dokie.
So you're technically prone on the ground from having. Well, no, you're not, because the featherfall allowed you to land on your feet.
Oh yes. No face down, ass up for Flowerkraut. Mm-hmm. Although that's fine. It's definitely a tactical move for Elderly Blast, but what can you do? Alrighty. What is she near, creature wise?
Let's see here. The werewolf and the full beard and the soul patch are on Thrig. The mutton chops guy is up on the rock where you were just standing. The cap face dude is chasing Remington, and the bison just tried to go after. I keep saying the were version of who they were. The handlebar mustache guy went after Timothy.
Okay. Is Remington looking like he's in danger still? Like this other red cap is on his booty?
I mean, he might be. I mean, he dodged his attack with his boot, but now it looks like he's about to get an onslaught of scythe attacks.
Okay, and let's see, how close is the red cap to Remington, you would say, and how close are both of them to me?
They're within 30 feet of you.
Okay, great.
And he is right next to Remington.
All right. I am going to run over to Remington.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, hey, buddy, hold on. And I'm going to grab him. And I am going to do Thunderstep.
Ooh.
Which I teleport myself to an unoccupied space I can see within range. And immediately after I disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Hot damn.
And it says I can teleport one willing creature of my size or smaller. Is that relevant to Remington?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, great. And the creature must be within 5 feet of me, so yes, that's what I am aiming for.
Okay. You run up, grab hold of Remington. He just kind of looks at you confused, like, Flowerkraut, what the hell are you doing over here? And then you zap out of existence. Where is your destination? What do you want? Where do you want to take him?
Let's see. So I want to get Remington in a good place where he can either be hiding as soon as we teleport, or that he can hide right away.
You could literally teleport both of you up to the top of the Brokenstone, which is the largest rock, and it's like 20 feet up in the air where the Maiden of the Moon was sitting previously.
Lovely. Yes, sounds great.
Okay.
Oh, and the range for this is 90 feet, so it's like that's pretty clear.
Yeah, easy. It's easily within range of the spell. I'm going to roll that Constitution saving throw for the red cap guy, the cap face.
Yes, and it's a 14.
It's Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he rolled a 15.
Shit.
So he'll take half damage.
Okay, I'm rolling 3d10s. That is a 9.
Ooh.
That is a 10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that is an 8. So 27 halved is, what is that, 13? Or would it be 14?
13. We always rolled down.
Okay.
So 13
The lower.
thunder damage. Boom. That's still a hit.
Oh, thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cap face is like,
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
you guys are now up on the rock.
Nice.
Anything else from Flowerkraut? What the hell was that, Flowerkraut?
You like that, buddy? She kind of like fist bumps him.
That was pretty damn cool.
There's a little bit of static still on her, so like when she fist bumps, his hair like stands up.
Oh, so sorry.
Oh, static electricity is my bane.
Oh,
Did someone call me?
no. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't think Flowerkraut kept a potion. I think she gave one to Thrig and Timothy and Remington, right?
You did give me one, which I already used.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think Flowerkraut has a healing potion on her. I think she gave all of them away. Oh, that healing potion that Thrig drank, that wasn't Kool-Aid, right? From good old Tuffet?
No, it was actually a real healing potion.
Oh, it's just potion flavored. Rude.
Yep.
Ah, what an ass.
It was just a Mio. It's just like flavored water, like plugged in. Not even good.
All right, let's see. Okay, because otherwise I was going to have her drink a potion. If she casts Hex, will somebody know where it's coming from and therefore know where Remington is?
So let's find out.
Place a curse on a creature that you can see within range.
It has a verbal, somatic, and material components to it. So, like, you would be using your like bell wand basically to cast it, but you'd have to say something in order to cast it.
Okay.
So it's potentially someone would see that you're casting it, but they don't necessarily notice it when it's cast on them.
Okay. Is there anything that I would need to roll if I wanted to be avoided?
Yeah, you know what? I'd have you roll a stealth check. Since you're up on the rock, you would have a chance of them not knowing where you went.
Like, I'd hate to blow Remington's cover. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to hex the one that's attacking Thrig.
All right, which one? The bearded one or the soul patch one?
Let's do Beardo.
Okay, Beardo.
And he is just hexed. Okay, so now I'm rolling stealth.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness, a 19.
Okay. Yep. You kind of do this like hex and then dive down really low just so that, but it honestly doesn't seem like the bearded guy would even have noticed anyway, because he is so intently cutting at Thrig right now.
And I mean, my thunder step made a loud sound that can be heard 300 feet away, so maybe you're hearing little residuals of that too.
Yep. As for the hex, which ability do you want to hex on him? Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma?
Let's do strength.
Okay. Hex and strength. It is now Thrig's turn.
So Thrig looks down and says,
Good news. I have decided to kill you in order of how stupid your facial hair is.
and I swing at the soul patch guy.
Hey! What does that mean, man? This is fashionable!
Sugar Ray sure thought so.
And I take a swing, and that is I can't see in this light. It is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is a 10 on the dice, so that is 15 points of damage for that, and then he's going to take fire damage too. Put a d6 on the floor, I caught it. There's only one more fire damage. So that's 11 points of damage.
You can add your bardic to that damage if you want to just use it now.
I might save it for AC. I'm going to say that for AC, or so 16 damage, and then as it hits him, I'm just going to go ahead and channel lightning through it.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow.
So fire and lightning?
That's so metal.
Epic.
This will make your hair stand up so you can shave that stupid thing off.
The fire damage just starts to burn into soul patch.
Hey, that's 6 on the dice for that. And, I'm going to roll a d4. Let's just have a good round. It's a d4, right, for the Bardic Inspiration?
It's a d6 now.
It's a d6?
Yep, my bardic inspiration is 1d6.
I thought it was a d4. Okay, sweet. We'll add another 3 damage.
All right, so that was 9 more damage to him.
Yes.
This is a good test to see how beefy these guys are.
Good news. You've singed like half of his soul patch off.
Okay, I'm going to say,
Now to get the rest.
and I'm going to swing again.
Okay.
Thrig gets 2 attacks now.
Oh, that might not do it. That is a 15.
That hits.
Okay. So I can't do the lightning strike again. Yeah, that's once per turn, but the elemental damage still goes forward. So that is plus 5. That's 11. And then for the fire, another 3. So 14 total.
Okay. Soul patch is almost completely gone off of his face.
I'm helping you. You're welcome.
Soul patches his health meter.
It's his health bar.
Yep.
I love it.
By the way, now all of their facial hair is their health bars.
Yay! I love it.
Welcome to Thrig Shave Club.
The $1 Thrig Club. All right, Thrig, anything else?
I don't think I've got anything else. Because, yeah, bonus action, my second tech. Nope, I'm done.
All right, Remington's up next.
The idea of methodically shaving a soul patch, it's he uses his axe twice and there's still some left. It's hilarious to me.
There's a lot less face than he'd like.
It's the Bugs Bunny cartoon where he's giving Elmer Fudd a shave. But it's just with a ginormous axe.
Yeah.
Just chopping away at this little guy, and it's just soul patch is slowly fading away.
He's just yeah, okay, right in there. There we go.
Remington just wasted a perfectly good nat 20 on his hide check to make sure he's hidden. So
Wow.
So he has a 30 stealth right now. No one's seeing him up there.
Lovely.
Standing right next to Flowerkraut, and Flowerkraut can't even see him.
What? Where the fuck did he go?
He's standing on top of you now, and you.
Where is he? Where could he be?
You see a pair of eyes just open up from the tree bark.
He's actually just upside down on top of you, and his ears are his legs. He's just balancing himself, and he fires his short bow. Seeing that Thrig's got these guys just cutting at him, he's going to go ahead and shoot at the soul patch guy, because focus fire is a cool thing to do. He rolled with advantage. Didn't get a great roll, but still, it is a 19. So it was a pretty good roll. Like 19 after the bonus.
Damn good.
Sneak attack damage along with his short bow. By the way, when you guys leveled up, so did Remington.
Yay! I love that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Remington starts off with 9 piercing damage plus a sneak attack of 15. So he does total 24 damage to this guy. And soul patch, he just takes the last bit of that soul patch off of that guy. Just, you watch as this red cap literally liquefies into blood, but his cap lands in it, and the boots are still there. That's all that's left of this guy after Remington's arrow went through him.
Thrig looks over at the beard guy. He's like,
Next!
You got a lot more hair to go through.
Timothy Biscuit, you're up next.
The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures are crawling in search of blood. He's gonna try and cast Starry Wisp again.
On which one?
The one that tried to attack me, was that the one that wasn't the one with the mushroom face, right? That was a
Handlebar mustache guy. Yep.
Oh, your favorite.
I'll go for him.
Okay. He's just on the other side of the rock from you.
It's a 13 plus 6, so 19.
You hit.
Yay! Medium.
D8 radiant.
2d8, actually.
Oh, yeah, because you're level 5 plus, so
Oh, yeah.
cantrips get awesome.
That is 8 radiant damage.
And he lights up like a Christmas tree. Like a bloody red Crextivus tree.
Oh, Crextivus tree.
I'm gonna make you bleed for me.
Yes. Gonna make you bleed for me.
That's the spirit.
Anything else?
I think I'm gonna give Thrig another chord of the Thriller.
Okay.
And give him another bardic inspiration to keep doing what he's doing. No mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller.
Red caps are up, starting with full beard guy who's attacking Thrig. Scythe swiping in all directions. Here we go. Oh, Shazbot. First one was a 25. Second one was a 21. Third one was a 25. All three of them hit.
yep.
Zuh.
All right. I'm gonna calculate all three, and you can just half it after that. How
I
about
was
that?
going to ask you to do that.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Ben, how hurt are you in this moment?
Well, Chad, we're going to find out together.
Well, I'm just asking because I could make them roll one of those attacks again if we're in that zone.
So I'm at 27 hit points out of almost 60, I think now. Yeah, 59.
Okay. I'm gonna silvery barbs one of those.
Okay, I will re-roll it.
So you see, I think the green leaves of Timothy's complexion, one of them just like he flies one out at the bearded one, and it splits into two. So one hits the beard and one hits, it hits two different beards.
Oh, I love that.
The beard of the enemy and the beard of a friend.
Aww.
Okay, so he gets a little bit distracted, and he just has to re-roll, right? That's what we have to do.
Yep, and then Thrig gets advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Nice.
Love it.
That's amazing.
His second roll was still a dirty 20.
Dang it.
So it still hits.
You tried. Thank you.
I tried. At least you get advantage.
Yeah, this guy, for whatever reason, is rolling like a crazy beast. Thrig, before... so total damage before having 25.
Okay. So, Thrig's hurt.
Moving down to Mutton Chops, who originally was after Flowerkraut, but then you disappeared. He is going to notice... Wait, hold on. What's his perception? Hold on. Yep. He has a high enough perception. He notices Nathaniel hiding behind a rock, and he runs over towards him.
Oh, shit.
Maybe Brandy needs to jump in on this.
Oh, yeah, she had an initiative of 10.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Brandy. I'm so sorry. Well, she's going to be in this round then.
Okay.
Only one of his scythe attacks hits Nathaniel and does 7 damage to him, so he's still okay. But this thing is on Nathaniel, and he's not exactly a fighter, so That was Mutton Chop's guy. The cap face guy who's after Remington and before you disappeared, he's looking for a new target. He can't. Let me just go ahead and roll to see if he notices where you guys even teleported to. No, he rolled an 8 on his perception check, so he has no idea where you blasted off to. Well, looking for targets that aren't hidden right now, he's going after Timothy. So he's going to run over, and Timothy, you've got now a red cap on both sides of the rock that you're standing on. And this guy jumps and tries to boot you off. So give me a dexterity saving throw.
That is 17.
Yeah. You see him coming just in time and step out of the way.
I'm still just doing dance moves.
None of the dodging is intentional.
Because this is Thriller.
Man, there's a foul stench in the air. It's like the funk of 40,000 years or so.
The handlebar mustache guy who tried to do the same thing before you last time, he is just going to jump up onto the rock next to you. He's not trying to boot you off this time. So he just he jumps to one rock and then just fires himself off of that rock towards you, lands next to you, and the scythe comes flying at you, and he's attacking 3 times.
Huh.
First one is a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Second one's a miss with an 11. Third one is also a miss with an 11. Hits you once. You're going to take 8 points of slashing damage.
You're a one-hit wonder.
I bet you got at least some blood. A little bit of blood, right?
No, that's all feathers, bud.
Yeah. It's under the feathers, right?
You get nothing but feathers and leaves from me, pal.
I'm gonna dig through those feathers and find some blood.
That is the end of the Redcap's turn. Nathaniel is going to disengage again and run away from the one that's slashing at him.
Poor baby.
So Nathaniel's just running away. Oh! Flowerkraut, you're up.
Alrighty, I am trying to decide if I should try to sleep attack or elderly blast. These guys are pretty beefy, right? I don't know if sleep would even stick on one of them.
I mean, you watched Thrig just go to town on one of them and it didn't die, so
we gotta chip away at some health. Okay, I'm going to elderly blast the one. Oh man, okay, who's gotten the most damage taken to them?
Probably Beardo?
I think he's the only one that's taken damage at this point because we killed the other one.
You know what? Yeah, let's do Beardo because I've hexed him too, so that should add to it.
Get the weirdo with the Beardo.
Aye, aye. Oh, rolled a nat 20 for the first hit.
Yes.
Okay, that is a 10 plus 3, 13 damage for the first hit.
Did you roll the dice twice?
Oh, no. Do you want me to do that first before I roll the damage?
No, roll your d10 twice since you crit.
Oh, I do? Oh my gosh, sorry. I don't know if I've ever crit before on Elderly Blast. Amazing. Okay, so 9. Do I also add the 3 again, or do I just get a 9?
Just the dice roll? Yep.
Okay, so that's 19 plus 3, 22.
Whoa, you rolled a 10 and a 9?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit. All right.
Never mind. That was the funk of 40,000 years.
What a blast. Okay, and then add your hex die. Go ahead and roll that.
Indeed. D6. A 2.
All right.
So that's 24.
24 damage in a single elderly blast. That might be your record so far.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think this is my first time critting with Elderly Blast.
Incredible.
The most ripe, reserved fart. I've been holding this one for 5,000 years.
I hate beards.
16 plus 6, so 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that is a 4 plus 3, 7.
All right. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow, so powerful.
It's also really stinky.
I mean, that honestly was almost as much damage as Thrig did in a turn.
Oh my god. How much of the beard is left?
You see a little electric tear come out of Thrig's eye. He's so proud.
that's it for Flowerkraut. Staying up on the rock, shooting your elderly blast down at this guy.
Yerp.
Brandy's up.
Okie dokie. Let's see who is around Brandy. I'm wondering, if she does neuron nip and it's too close to Timothy, will he get caught in the cone?
He will.
Okay, we don't want that.
I don't know. I think I could be smart. I think I can push through it.
We don't want any extra characters going after him anyway. So the one on the ground, is that handlebars or mutton chops?
So the one on the ground near, or the one that tried to kick Timothy, is the cap face guy. Mutton chops is the one attacking Nathaniel. Yeah.
Save your boyfriend.
Oh, that's true. Can she run over to where Nathaniel is so he doesn't get caught in the cone and she can neuron nip the handlebar or mutton chop?
She has no risk of getting Nathaniel because in his turn he ran away. He disengaged and ran away.
Excellent. Okay, we're going after him then. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't want this this hat guy going after Timothy unless Timothy feels comfortable.
Timothy never feels comfortable.
I was about to say,
I shouldn't have said that.
Wait.
Excuse-moi. All right. Yeah, Brandy will go attack the one that was after Nathaniel.
Okay, going to intercept the mutton chops guy.
Yes.
So this is a great scene. Nathaniel runs away, and as this thing's gonna start chasing after him, Brandy just kind of slides in the way, and then neuron nip comes out. It's what is it? A intelligence saving throw against a 13. Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
All right. And as things would go with neuron nip, it hits this guy. He rolled a 7.
Oh, yes. Okay, so he is stunned.
He is stunned. We'll go ahead and roll damage.
4d4.
Yep.
We got 3. We got 4. We got 4.
Whoa.
Fuck.
And we got 2. Okay, so that's a 5 plus 8. Is that 13?
13 psychic damage, and he is stunned.
Stunned is so good.
All right. That is Brandy's turn. It is Thrig.
I know this is going to come as a shock, but I'm going to try to hit something. How does Beard Man look? How much beard is left?
Not a lot of beards left. I mean, a little bit more than half of his beard, and
he's down to a goatee.
I mean, it's just it was a long beard, and it's just kind of slowly becoming a short beard.
It's like a nice little hipster beard.
Yep.
Your facial hair is so dumb now that you need to probably die of shame.
And then I'm just going to hit him. In his stupid face. Plus 8 to hit. So yeah, that's a 23.
Yeah.
That is 13 points of damage. Oh, plus the fire. Another 3, so 16 points of damage.
You lop the rest of his beard off.
Lovely.
Yes.
And he dissolves into a pool of blood.
How much face comes with it?
All of it.
It's a full face-off situation.
Give him a facial. Just onto the ground.
Thrig just goes, bye! And then turns. and who's, the stunned one? How far away is the stunned one?
You could get to him. I mean, he's 30 feet away.
Yeah, because...
By the way, Nathaniel's running towards you because he wants to, hide behind you at this point.
Aww.
Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to run up to the other one, and I'm going to take a swing at the stunned creature.
Okay. Advantage.
So that is... I got a 16 on that roll. That's an 18 on the dice, so I'm going to guess I hit him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He's not been hit at all, correct?
He was hit by the neuron nip, so he's taking some damage.
He's hit by the neuron nip.
Yep.
Okay. Boo. That's a 4 on the dice plus that, so that is 9 plus the fire. I keep rolling 3s. 3, so 12. And then, yeah, you know what?
I was going to say, you have another bardic inspiration to spend as you will.
Right. All right, so let's roll another d6. Well, that was a waste of it, so another 1. We are at 13. And then, yeah,
13.
You know what? We're just going to see the lightning course through Thrig and try to...
Your beard not as dumb, but still pretty dumb.
And then another 2. So not great.
He wants to respond so bad, but he's stunned. He can't.
An individual tear rolls down his eye as he can't respond to that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. 16 total?
Got it. All right. Yeah, his mutton chops are getting smaller, and he's crying slowly because he can't respond and defend how cool his mutton chops are. Remington's up in the last initiative, which is terrible for him. He rolled so bad. But he's up on the rock. He's going to go ahead and hide again. And he rolls a 16 to hide. Let me just see if his target can see him, because he's going to re-aim and try and assist you, Timothy, since you've got two guys. So the mutton chops, I'm sorry, the handlebar mustache guy. Oh man, he sees him.
Wow.
He can't hide from him. But he's the one he wants to attack. So luckily you're standing next to him, so he's still gonna get. He just doesn't get advantage on this attack. He just still would get sneak attack because you're right next to him. So here goes Remington's attack, and he rolls a fucking 2 on the dice.
Oh my god.
Remington misses him. That sucks. All right, that is the end of the round. All right, we are at the top of the round with Timothy. You've got Mustache Man next to you up on the rock.
Hi there.
And you've got Cap Face down below, who just missed trying to give you the old boot.
Okay. Question for you. Here's my plan. Here's the idea. How far away from Thrig am I?
Thrig's about 50 feet from you because he's on the other side. He went after the mutton chops guy.
So here's the idea then. I think I'm going to attack and then either bonus action disengage and do the athletics check to get down, or I could use my bonus action and do a free casting of Misty Step, which I think would be a better choice in this scenario. So I don't have to worry about doing an athletics check or an acrobatics check. Well, let's just see what happens. So the first thing I'm going to do is another thing I haven't done in a while. Timothy's going to pull out a rapier.
Ooh. All right.
All right, here we go.
Go for the stab.
14, 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Cool beans.
Is it a bonus action to coat weapon in crawly mucus, for example?
Yeah, it would be a bonus action if he's got it in. So the way I typically work it with when it comes to like consumables, if you have, let's say, a potion that's sitting in a little bandolier thing or something on your belt, you could do a bonus action to use it. If the item you're wanting to use is in your pack, it's going to take an action to get it out.
Okay, got it.
Definitely something I would love to use when we can prep for a fight versus surprise fight.
Yes.
So 6 plus 3, 9 piercing damage.
Okie doke.
With the rapier.
Stab.
Big like stab.
Oh, it makes me bleed my own blood. I mean, I guess some do.
Yeah, why don't you get obsessed with your own blood? Hey, your friend over there is bleeding. Why don't you be obsessed with that, you weirdo?
Oh, I don't want his blood. His blood's gross.
Okay. Rude. I know it's a free casting for that one, for that Misty Step, but I think I want to save it just in case I need it later. So I think I'll just do I'll use my bonus action to disengage and try and get away from these guys and head towards Thrig.
All right, give me an acrobatics check to see if you can land safely by just hopping down from the stone.
18.
You got it. You skip down, you're on the ground, moving towards Thrig.
Yeah.
You make it 30 feet towards Thrig. You've still got about 20 feet between the two of you. That's your turn.
Sure is.
All right, the caps are up. Lucky for you, they don't have a full 30 feet movement speed since they're little guys.
They're just little guys.
So the one on the rock that was with you, the handle... Well, let me just go down the list. Starting with Mutton Chops, he's stunned. He's going to have to try and break out of it at the end of his turn. He rolled a nat 1. He's still stunned. He's crying.
Double stunned. Oh, but the tears can't come out. There's two stunned.
They're way too... Yeah, they just the tears are like stuck halfway down his cheek. They can't descend any further. Capface is going to run after you. Actually, both he and Handlebars are running after you, Timothy. So Capface has to use his full movement to try to catch up with you because he's on the other side of the rock from you. He has to go around it to get there. The handlebars guy, he can move, and then his second move is his leap, his ironbound pursuit. So he runs, and he's like literally just going to try and kick you in the back with his boot. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Here we go again. God, 17.
17's enough. You see him coming.
Love that +6.
He is, however, next to you again. So back in threat range.
Listen, if you wanted to be a dance partner, all you had to do is ask.
It is Nathaniel's turn. He runs and kind of just gets behind Thrig.
You don't know one spell, buddy?
It's hard to think right now. Maybe after a light meal. Flowerkraut, you're up next.
Okie dokie. All right. I am going to do... I guess I'll just do some more elderly blasting, and I will attack the one that is next to Timothy.
Okay. Handlebar mustache man.
Just from a strategy standpoint, if you wanted to know, you will get advantage attacking the one that's stunned.
Got it. And yeah, how much health does Mutton Chops have left?
Mutton Chops has like half of his mutton chops left.
Okay, yeah, let's take care of him. I am going to use a bonus action to move my hex over to that one.
Okay.
And then Elderly Blast.
Awesome.
19 plus 6, so 25.
That'll hit.
And then, do you want me to roll both of my beams before totaling the damage?
Sure.
Oh my god. Another 19, so 25 again.
Yes.
My god. Wow.
Big like how this is working out. Oh, you get advantage, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So I have to roll twice on both of those?
You get a
Yep.
Well, you get a chance to crit, right? So
Yes, correct. So that's a 7, and that's a 5. Okay, cool. I'm glad I got the 19s in the mix. All right, my first D10 was a 10, so that's 13 and 7, so 20 points of damage to Mutton Chops. And Hex, let me add that as well. And that is a 1, so 21.
You blast Mutton Chops, and he just liquefies, but it's just Mutton Chops just floating there in the air for a second. And then the Mutton Chops fall into the pool of blood and dissolve along with him. And there's once again, nothing left but the iron boots and the hat that's just like floating there.
like an
In the blood.
NPC whose facial hair is the only thing that rendered.
Yes.
Lovely.
Anything else, Flowerkraut?
That's it for Flowerkraut.
It's Brandy's turn.
Okay. Can she get in range in such a way that she doesn't hit Timothy with her cone? And also, I do need to roll to see if I even recharge.
Go ahead and roll to recharge. You could... You know what? Yeah, you could hit the cap face guy because he ran his full movement. He didn't quite catch up to Timothy.
Okay.
He's not standing directly next to Timothy, so he's the only one that wouldn't get caught in the cone.
I'm trying to find what she needs to roll in order to recharge. It's a D6, right? And on a 5 there it is. 5 and a 6. Okay, I did roll a 5. Excellent.
Oh, recharged. All right.
Okay. All right, she's going to neuron nip the guy next to Timothy.
The one that's chasing him, but not... So like cap face and not handlebars, right?
Yes.
Okay, 'cause handlebars-
Whichever one wouldn't hit Timothy
Got it.
if she
All
were to
right.
attack it.
This one rolled a 19 on his save, so he does not get stunned. Does the neuron nip do half damage?
It does not.
It does not. Okay.
Does not do half damage.
So he seems like he's just too crazy to even like respond to a psychic attack.
Blood brain comes here. Ooh, is there blood in that little thing?
He's got no bumps, no lumps. All ideas slide right off.
No brains in that one.
Thrig.
Timothy was trying to get to me, so the one that was up in his face is probably the closest one to me.
Mm-hmm. Handlebars.
And can I get to him just with my movement?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna go help out my buddy.
Okay, let me see your face. no.
And I just aim at like the left handlebar. Like,
You're stupid too.
What do you mean? This is a very fancy mustache.
it's an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
God damn it, you just clipped off half my mustache.
Wait, maybe I don't want to kill him.
Wait, I love him.
Hold on. Thrig, keep this guy talking. I need to get it into my reservoir of voices.
I thought you were a gentleman. Fucking A.
Thrig's never been gentle.
Okay. Damage. Fuck. That's a 4. So 7 on the melee attack, and then God, what is this? The ones another 1 for fire damage. So that's only 8. And then I'm going to attack again.
Aim for the other side. You gotta even it out.
I aim for the same side to make it worse.
Oh. So uncouth.
Thrig's the professional here.
That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
If he evenly trims away at each side of the mustache, he's going to wind up with an unfortunate mustache towards the end of it.
Oh, there we go. That's a 12 on the dice. So that is 17 plus the fire, which is another 5. So 23. Do I want to use my last lightning bolt?
I'll give you a hint. You don't have to.
Okay, cool. I was looking at
I can't take it anymore. I'll just do it myself. And he cuts his other side of his mustache off, and it ends up killing him.
Wow.
He didn't even tip. I did a great job.
That was a good show, Thrig. Was that good? That was pretty much the gist of it, right?
I look down at Timothy
I'm the best barber in the Feywild.
and start going towards the last guy.
Really are top notch, Thrig. Oh.
Quite so. And he just a pool of blood. like it's a pool of blood, and then he sticks his face out of the pool of blood for just once. Like, quite so, yes, quite. And then he just melts again.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna miss that one.
Remington's up next. He's up at the top. He's going to try and hide from this guy. He rolls a dirty 20. Catface does not see him. He's going to shoot him from up there with advantage. Hits him with a 16. Does a lot of 6s on this sneak attack. Holy shit. 26 points of damage to him with the sneak attack.
Did you say 26?
26.
Shit.
Oh, so Remington rolls on like 3d6s. He rolled for his sneak attack part, plus a d6 for his short bow, and of those, 3 of them were 6s.
Damn.
So that is the end of Remington's turn. We were at the top of the round with Timothy Biscuit. You turn around, and the red cap guy has a arrow through his head, and he's freaking out, and he's looking at Brandy like he wants to eat Brandy.
Guess we gotta go save her. And I think, Timothy, would this be a bonus action to just hand Thrig one of my potions?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Keep up your electrolytes. And Timothy will run over to Brandy.
Oh, hi, Bad Brain.
Oh, hi, Brandy. How you doing?
I'm excited to eat blood brains. Oh, wait, they turn into petals. I'm so hungry.
It's hard to get excited about the things you get excited about, but I still want you to be happy. So let's just get this over with.
There might be some brains left on the lycanthropes.
Oh, now he participates. Hi, Nathaniel.
Actually, yes, this one right here. I found a little bit. Randy, come and share.
Nathaniel has just completely disengaged from combat and is over looking around the lycanthrope corpses.
In the corner eating.
Yep.
20, 21, 22 with the rapier.
Damn.
That's gonna hit.
Rolled a 16, and it's a +6 with the rapier, so that's 1d8 plus 3, and I'm assuming I can add the d6 because Brandy's next to me, so I can do the sneak attack.
Yes.
Garbaggio with my damage, so 3 plus 3 is 6, so that's 6, and then here comes the d6. It's another 1, so that's just 7 points of piercing damage with the rapier.
Okay.
Oh, that is my turn.
All right. It is the Catface, his turn. He is going to try and bleed Brandy.
Thrig rage again.
Well, let's see. He's got 3 attacks. Let's do one of these one at a time. So the first hit rolls a 21 against Brandy.
Yeah.
She's got an AC 12.
She do.
He does 7 slashing damage to her.
Ouch.
He misses with the second attack on her. And the third attack does a 12 hit her? Yep, it meets her AC. 6 more damage to her.
Oh my god. She has 1 hit point.
She got 1 hit point.
Sorry, I tried. Brandy!
Stand between us.
Brandy, I'm trying!
Did you say stand between us? She is lawful evil. She wants Timothy to sacrifice himself. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
There might not be that much blood in this thing, but I'm gonna find it.
He's just slashing at Brandy. It is Nathaniel's turn. He is busy eating. Oh, it's succulent. Deliciously aged as well. Flowerkraut, you're up.
All right. Oh, yeah, she's gonna elderly blast this guy. It seems to be working well so far. She's been doing huge damage tonight. She rolled a nat 20 again.
No way.
Fuck.
What the fuck, you guys? This is amazing.
All right, double dice, then add the 3.
Okay. That was 2 6s. Okay, 12, 15. Oh, shit. Could I have had her bonus action move the hex over to that guy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. Do you want me to roll a second beam?
He explodes with the first one.
Okay. Never mind.
Literally falls back, and this one catches fire.
Whoa.
As he melts into a pool of blood.
Oh my goodness. That's so upsetting.
That's what you get.
In a land of everything being upsetting, that was by far the most upsetting.
God damn red caps. Should have known. Should have expected. I did expect it. I foresaw this entire situation.
What? Really?
Then maybe communicate next time.
Yeah.
This sucked.
I mean, I could have communicated with y'all, but you probably wouldn't have believed a word I was saying. But, you know, red caps, blood, them lycanthropes, what a mess.
Remington, I went inside a tree, turned into a bear, and then fought a giant lizard monster to get someone out of here. I'll believe whatever you say.
Well, okay then. You're going to be more accepting of my crazy ideas, then I'll try to communicate a little bit more next time. Hold on, let me get down from here.
Brandy's just dragging her like desiccated corpse across the field over to
No,
Wayne.
I
where
picked up Brandy. I'm carrying Brandy.
And because she's
Flowerkraut.
trying to get over to where Nathaniel is. She wants to eat brains. Yes.
Brandy's a little hurt.
Oh no, sweetie, come here. All right.
Oh, she's so mucusy.
Flowerkraut brings Brandy over to where Nathaniel is pigging out, and like, there you go. All right, please share. Please help her eat, Nathaniel.
Oh, just put the brains in my mouth. I'm just gonna lay right here.
Oh, yes, of course.
Flowerkraut kind of rolls her eyes, but hand feeds Brandy.
No,
a brain.
she shared that troll's head with me before, so I could only owe her a favor to share with all of this succulent feast, this buffet in front of us.
Hey, Thrig, Remington, do you guys can we I don't know, at least look a different direction?
I am
Succulent.
never.
Succulent.
I ain't never gonna get used to that over there.
You know, I've been traveling with this cat? Question mark. You know, I love the cat. I do, but I don't love that. That's hard to watch.
And now we've got two of them.
Just use your experience of how you became friends with Tuffet, and put it to use here so you can accept Brandy too.
Thrig, no, we need I need to teach you about wordplay. I need to teach you about semantics. It's fine. It's been a long day.
Is that a mountain range?
Well, anyway, we got some talking to do, because y'all saw what we just witnessed. Them hags were here. They did this, and they took whatever that rock was that was up there, and one in particular, that one with the horns on her head, she took it, and we got to find her. And we're gonna see if we can get it back from her. I mean, you don't think she took that back to the material plane, do you?
Well, the last time we saw all of them, they were in the material plane.
And the one he's referring to is Aster, isn't he?
Yes.
Can Flowerkraut do like a history check or something like that to try and remember if she saw anything like the Maiden of the Moon with her, or like, I don't know, anywhere in Glavio?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a history check.
Oh, that's poop. Yeah, I rolled 6.
You're having trouble thinking back to when you were around Aster because you were kind of in panic mode when she had you under her control. You don't really recall the details of her dwelling in Glavio or even like in the Enclave of Six.
So Flowerkraut sighs and is like, Remington, the good news is that hag is no more. The bad news is I don't remember a thing about that moonstone being in her possession. So I don't know if one of the other hags has it or what's going on.
Flowerkraut, when you were taken over by Aster, didn't part of you get projected into their domain where you met your patron?
Yeah, I got taken there.
Wasn't that the Feywild? Or was that somewhere else?
Yeah, where I got taken, where Baba Yaga was, is in the Feywild.
So we know that they can traverse back and forth now. They don't need a portal.
And am I remembering, like, did we actually get, like, teleported there, Aaron, or was it just, like, kind of an astral projection kind of thing?
She took you there. She opened up a rift, a plane shift.
All right, great.
And the two of you walked into the Enclave of Six.
Okay, sweet. You remember when you and Sherman and Brandy were at Raven's Outpost fighting that giant worm thing?
How could I forget?
Yeah, I came through a rift. That was actually me coming from the Feywild. So she had brought me there from the Gallant Peak, and she brought me to the Feywild from the Gallant Peak, and then I went from the Feywild to Raven's Outpost. So they can definitely do a little bit of a plane shifting, it would seem.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to get at, is we don't know on what plane they are. At least not currently. Remington, what do you know about this Moon Maiden?
Not much. Honestly, this is my first time here. It's kind of making sense, though. If we all saw how when the stone got taken, this whole place turned to shit real quick. So the stone may have been why this place was nice before, and now it's a marsh and stinks.
Timothy looks over to Flowerkraut and recalls when the aspect of Miriam was brought down and how that devastated the entire island. And he starts relaying that. And he's like, Flowerkraut, I don't know, the parallels seem awfully familiar. Remember when they pulled Miriam out of the sky and that act alone was enough to destroy an entire island? It feels like this was kind of their first go at doing something that terrible.
Oh, yeah. My island wasn't the first to be hit. And I don't think they're going to stop there. I think they're going to keep changing all of Archipelagia to their design. They're not going to stop.
Look at the devastation they've done here in the Feywild. What's to stop them from plane shifting somewhere else and destroying some other aspect, some other deity, some other, sacred relic?
This is the first time Flowerkraut's thinking beyond Archipelagia, and now she was thinking that Archipelagia, getting control of it was their goal, but now she's wondering if there's some greater design that they have that she didn't even think of.
Y'all seem to know a lot more about these hags. I noticed in that blood memory that what was her name? The one that took the stone?
Her name is Aster.
Oh, Aster. She seemed to have her own plans for it, and then there was another one that wanted nothing to do with that stone, and so I don't know. My intuition's telling me that she wouldn't have just carried it around with her. She was going to do something with it, because that old wispy hair one crowd with the hunchback, she didn't like the stone. She wanted it gone.
Well, there's something that we have learned about these hags is that they are not loyal to one another. As soon as one of them seemed to have failed in any way, they would turn on each other to the point where they would destroy one another. So the idea that one of them might be, I guess, formulating their own machinations doesn't seem out of character.
And you're telling me that this Aster, she's dead? She's gone?
We took care of her ourselves.
Thanks for inviting Thrig.
Thrig, trust me, if you were there, maybe things would have been a lot easier.
Things would have turned out a lot better if you were there. One of our friends paid a great price for taking her down.
So if they ain't loyal to each other, and she's dead, and this is the first time y'all have seen anything like this Maiden of the Moon, then maybe Aster did something with it before she went to Archipelagia?
It's possible.
I mean, in that blood memory, she said she was gonna seal it away, or she had use for it, or I don't know. I figure I'm just gonna look all around and see if I can maybe track them. But most of these footprints here, they're just going in the direction of Astrozalian. So I don't know. Maybe we can find something. And Remington just starts walking around, looking at the ground. He gets real close to the ground. And he starts kind of sniffing around.
Nathaniel, now that you're in a better thinking state. Yes, yeah, no, don't eat with your mouth full. That's fine. Take your time.
Oh, yeah. What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about the Moon Maiden? Are they a deity? Are they a guardian? What is the Moon Maiden?
Let me think. The Moon Maiden Moonstone. Ah, yes. Well, we already know that the Maiden of the Moon has very powerful healing magic, but it is known to only work if it is being touched by the moonlight itself. which I suppose would make sense to be here in the Brokenstone Vale, where they always have moonlight.
Nathaniel, would there be any way to know that the Maiden of the Moon, that moonstone is nearby? Like, the fact that the Feywilds are in such a state, does that mean it is not on this plane anymore? Or is it possible that it can still be here, but its energy is being put towards something else?
Whatever it would have to be hidden in some capacity, right? Because wouldn't the Jabberwock, wouldn't that be its first directive, is to find the Moon Maiden, the stone?
Well, I imagine the Jabberwock's reaction would be devastating if the Maiden of the Moon was no longer on this plane of existence. But I don't know of a way to truly know if it's here or not. It would take someone with quite the connection to this stone to truly know.
Flowerkraut was first thinking a bit about where Aster would keep the moonstone safe and for herself. And she was thinking originally about the grove with the different trees that were surrounding Baba Yaga. And she's relaying this to the rest of the team. And then she wants to maybe draw on her knowledge of the arcane, or if you want me to do a different role, she's wondering if she knows of anything where a moonstone, its power could be used in a perverse way and is maybe the thing affecting that main tree that that kind of like started all of the destruction in the Feywild.
Go ahead and give me our Arcana check.
I will give you my last bardic inspiration on this.
Okay, great. That is 16 plus a 2, 18.
You're thinking about, so all the information you've gathered so far about this thing, about the Moonstone. You know that from the blood memory, the Moonstone has healing powers, and Nathaniel has confirmed that you would imagine, especially seeing after seeing Bolaris try to destroy it, and that it is indestructible even to them, that it's a very powerful magical item that would probably be difficult to manipulate into a perverse purpose. If the hags themselves, who were able to perform a ritual that drew down a goddess from the sky, would opt to just get rid of the stone or hide it away somewhere, you would imagine that there's probably they do not have the power to corrupt it. So you kind of come to the conclusion that the stone has nothing to do with the tree and the corruption that seems to be swirling around it.
So it can't be a situation where the stone is, instead of healing the land, making it sick. So the only other conclusion is that it's hidden. And Nathaniel believes that the Jabberwock wouldn't be rampaging as it is if it wasn't on this plane of existence. So it has to be here.
If it can't be destroyed and it can't be manipulated, then it has to be hidden. If it is connected to the moon, then wouldn't it make sense to place it somewhere where the moonlight could never touch it?
I think you're onto something there, Timothy.
Remington comes back to you guys. I got nothing, folks. All these tracks are too old. They all head off that direction. There's too much of a scuffle here. Now we've got blood all over the place. I can't make heads or tails of any of these tracks.
If Thrig understood everything that Timothy and Flowerkraut said, I think we have to go to the moon to get a rock.
I think it's quite the opposite,
What?
Thrig.
No.
If you have any...
I lost a lot of blood today.
I'm sorry.
You drank that potion, right, buddy?
No.
Yeah, drink your potion.
You know a lot about nature, Thrig. Maybe you can help us find something. Find a place that's furthest from the moon as possible. Where this moonstone may be hidden.
Well, we're in the Feywild, right? These lands, the moon doesn't fall and the sun doesn't rise like it does in the material plane. They stay still. This is gonna sound weird to ask, but where would the sun shine brightest in the Feywild?
Oh, near the summer court. But that doesn't necessarily mean you ain't gonna see the moon. Moon's just more visible here. Sometimes we see cloudy skies. Sometimes.
Is there a place where darkness could never touch?
Oh yeah, there's the dark Feylands where all these Fomorians and the hags came from. It's pretty much pure darkness over there. But I don't know. What are you thinking, Timothy?
Thrig think that maybe we go where it's brightest. If Flowerkraut thinks we need to be away from moon.
But it could also be the opposite. The moonlight. It could be a place where there is no light, where no light at all. Not the sun, not the moon, nothing. It could just be absolute darkness.
Yes, that is what I'm thinking.
That's a scary thought. Real danger where you're thinking. I also was wondering, 'cause I don't know these hags like y'all do, but you don't think she had some nefarious means to take that stone, do you?
She could control the minds of others. She's a manipulator of free will.
Well, damn, I wish, I never thought I'd say this, but I kind of wish that one of these lycanthropes were still alive, because then maybe they have better ideas to where their stone would go.
Well, we know someone who's a touch into the necromancy, don't we? Nathaniel, is your mouth still full? Could you maybe not eat all of their brains? I think we might need to find a way to talk to one of them.
To talk to one of them? Oh, what a novel idea, Timothy. Well, let's
Nathaniel rubs his hands together.
Nathaniel, you got no, hold on. You got brain. Oh God, you have brain right there. Right there.
I got it.
Right there.
All right. Yeah, there it is.
Can you get it for me?
There it is.
No, other side. No, other side. Oh God.
Delicious.
Now it's on his shirt. It's on his shirt.
Just wipe it. Just wipe it.
Oh, thank you. All right. Walk over to that lycanthrope right there.
He steps over.
Now crouch down. All right. Let's see. I'm feeling great, by the way.
He starts wiggling his fingers around, and he's just kind of flexing a little bit his non-existent muscles, and he reaches down and touches the face of this werebear that's been dead for who knows how long. And you see this pale green light emit from Nathaniel's hand, and the werebear sits up.
You're awake. I want to ask you 5 questions.
And he looks up to you guys.
I don't want to actually ask a question yet because it might count towards one of our 5.
So he gestures to you guys for questions.
The first question that I think I would want to ask would be...
Can you tell me how to become a bear?
Thrig, no!
No! You already know how to do that.
For comedic purposes.
You have to honor it. You really do.
I waited on my timing for that.
No, for comedic purposes, this is how we're going to play this, Chad, and you're going to edit the fuck out of this. I'm going to say something, and then you're going to repeat it in Winnie the Pooh's voice.
Oh my God.
To become a bear, I would have to bite you.
I mean, tell me what... Oh, wait, this is another question. You guys might want to stop Thrig.
All right, Thrig, we have some important questions we need to ask. If you need anything from him, just demand he bite you. But otherwise...
Okay.
Otherwise, we have some important questions to ask.
Do you have any other questions you would like to ask me?
Should we ask, I mean, we don't really have an answer of who.
Careful, Timothy. Don't start asking us questions. He might hear you.
Well,
My first question would be, where is the best place to hide a moonstone so that its powers are not in effect?
Well, let me think. That's a tough question, but I would have to say, underground, somewhere.
The next thing I'm probably wanting to ask is about how it was removed. So, like, the way in which the hags removed it. And I'm not saying that in a question yet. I'm just trying to get approval because Remington had a theory that it was a nefarious means.
how would one remove a moonstone?
Well, it's not as complicated as one might think. You simply remove it from the plinth.
So that's 3 questions.
I have one, if you don't mind me asking. No, I'm going to ask my question.
Oh, you almost got me there. Oh.
Where did they take the moonstone?
And the werebear just goes,
Well, it's hard to remember, but before I died, a rather gruesome death. Thank you for asking.
I didn't.
This is a complicated matter. I'm not used to being dead. Anyway, I believe the one with the horns went that direction.
well, that ain't the direction of Aster's Alien.
Tell us what's in that direction, Remington. I say in not a question format.
Well, more of Brokenstone Vale. It might eventually turn into Dark Fae that direction.
All right, I'm curious about what the worst we can expect over there is. Is that okay? Not a question.
I wish I had something to tell you, Flowerkraut. I don't know what's over there.
It could be our last question to ask. That guy.
Hello.
Unless we have something better, because we do have one more question left.
Who wants to ask it?
That was a question.
I guess I can.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I think I just asked a question.
I'm sorry, I was picking something out of my ears.
Oh, good.
You were saying?
What geographical details are in that direction that you just pointed?
Well, let me think. Sorry, it's very hard to think on an empty stomach. That would be the Pumice-Stone Mountains of the Rocky Vale. Yes.
And then the werebear just like slumps down back to being dead.
Honey.
And that's where we end our episode. Thanks, guys.
And that's where we end our episode.
Oh, bother.
Oh, fuckity fuck.
Winds with you, BB Army. This is Timothy Biscuit, wanting to thank you for joining us on today's episode of Break, Battle, and Roll. We hope you're enjoying our adventure as much as we are in living it, creating it, either one. If you're looking for more ways to connect with Break, Battle, and Roll, you can follow us on our Instagram and Twitter, both at Break, Battle, Roll, or you can stop by and give us a like on the Break, Battle, and Roll Facebook page. Additionally, you can check out our website at www.breakbattleroll.com. It's also there that you can join our Discord server, where you can chat or game with us and other members of the BB Army. You can find our invite link at the top banner of our site. And hey, if you want to follow the cast on social media, you can find the person that voices me, which is very meta, on his Instagram and Twitter, both at It's Chit Chat. That's ITSCHITCHAD, as well as his YouTube channels, Chit Chat Show and Chit Chat Plays. You can follow Janelle, aka Flowerkraut, on her Instagram at Janelle.Wilke. That's JANELLE.WILKE. You can follow Dustin, aka Sherman Gepherd, on his Instagram at _final_destination. That's DUSTINATION. You can follow Ben, aka Thrig, on his Instagram at slam_handwich. That's HANDWICH. Ben is also one of our composers, and you can check out his other musical works on his Spotify artist page under Ben Holland. Finally, you can find Aaron, aka the Dungeon Master, aka the Barkeep, who I'm not allowed to ask questions to still, at his Instagram at Arkuma. That's AARKUMA. This podcast would also not operate the same without our amazing supporting crew, and we would love to give them a shout out, starting with our other composer, Rory O'Neill, for providing his amazing musical accompaniment to our episodes. I certainly have learned a few things from him, as well as Ali Stafford for managing our social media platforms, and Laura Rollins for her additional audio editing support. And now that you're a part of the BB Army, help spread the word. If you've got a friend that's into Dungeons & Dragons, tabletop RPGs, or just narrative podcasts in general, please send them our way. We would really appreciate it. Also, if you and your friends happen to be listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave us a review. It's one of the best ways you can support our show, and we would love to hear what you think. And once again, we just want to thank you so much for listening, but now, unfortunately, it's time for me to go. I promised the barkeep that I would perform another set on the story arc. So until next time, fare thee well, travelers. We'll see you on our next adventure.